A few folks have asked me if I'd take some pictures of my studio. I don't think of it as a studio. It's, just a room to me, but it's a room that I love because I'm surrounded by all my old vintage electronics. But anyway, I got to thinking, well, heck, I've got a YouTube channel and it is titled Electronics Vintage, and I do use a lot of this equipment up here, or that's my intention anyway, to use this equipment in my videos. So hey, let me just do a quick little walkthrough. Nothing spectacular. Like I said, it's not a big room. It's just a small room, but it has the things that I really like, and I love having this stuff around me. And one of these days I'm going to have to get rid of all of it because I'm getting old, and you can't take it with you, so I'll have to put it back into the stream. I'm going to miss it. Anyway, yes, I would love to show you around my studio. I'll just do a fast, well, not too fast, because if I go too fast, the camera will be all blurry. Just kind of a roundabout the room, though, so you can get an idea of what we have here. Every time my wife comes up into this room, she says, "Man, that place smells like old electronics." Yeah, that's what you get with old electronics. I love the smell. I mean, I'm so at home up here, you just can't imagine. Well, I imagine some of you do. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. All right, let's take a quick review of what we have. I've got some stuff set up kind of like a DJ setup, a combo setup. This desk doesn't have a turntable. Not that I couldn't put one in, but it's really CDs, mini discs, reel-to-reel, carts. Got something going right now, though. Anyway. Now you say, well, have you got a transmitter? Why, as a matter of fact, I do. It's right here. It's not turned on, but I'm going to switch it on so you can see that I'm not making up stories. 91.3 FM stereo, and check out that SWR on that antenna. It's just barely over 1. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an engineer, but I better turn that off. I think it's pretty good. Where's the antenna? Well, let's have a look. It's out the door. Got a stacked set of dipoles, and over here, a wind turbine. Yeah, I know. You go, what do you need a wind turbine for? Well, to produce some juice, man. There's the electronics for, it's just a small wind turbine. I put that up about 15 years ago. It pumps stuff back into the grid when the wind blows. It's not turning today. We don't have any wind. So here we have some CDs, microphone, my favorite clocks, Kansas City time, Saigon time. So I know Ho Chi Minh City is now what used to be Saigon, but it'll always be Saigon to people like me and my buddy Cappy. Cappy is a guy that flew with me in Vietnam, and his handle is Chuck6. He is always leaving me a nice thumbs up comment on my videos, and I appreciate it. But anyway, Saigon, yeah, it's like 12 hours ahead of us, so it's tomorrow over there. But it's tomorrow at, 2:30 in the morning. This is my Altec setup. I call it the Altec setup because of that console. That is kind of a hard to come by console. Now, most people, if they do recognize it, they go, yeah, but it's supposed to be green. It was green at one time, and I decided to change it to something a little less army looking. But in the Altec setup, we've got a pair of old Studio Pros, and we can play records, carts, CDs, reel to reel. Love the Ampex machines. I had to have one of each of the 440 series. Had to have the single channel, the 2-channel, the 4-channel, and the 8-channel. Actually, I have 2 of these 8-channel machines. I just bought one, brought it home Saturday. I made a video on it when I was just unloaded it and started trying to figure out if it worked. Full TV. There's a little bit of Vietnam memories. Got your background music machine. And here's tapes. 10.5 inch, 7 inch. These are if you worked in radio way back in the day, which I gotta admit, I never did. I've never worked in broadcasting at all. I've just always been a pirate. But these are production tapes from Capitol and Emil Asher. And, lots of other tapes. A couple of tube caddies. I mean, everybody's got to have a tube caddy. More carts and records. These are all 45s, and they're that's my little color coding system for, one color's rock and roll, another color's country and western, etc., etc. Some network production music and network sound effects. Those are all CDs. That's my surplus area. It used to be really big, and I finally convinced myself that I had to get rid of stuff, and so I sold a ton of stuff. But still have quite a bit to go. And anyway, if you are still watching, then I'm going to ask a favor of you. Consider subscribing to my channel, if you would. It really helps the guy build his YouTube channel by subscribing. And I want to thank you for asking me to put up some pictures of my studio. I really appreciate it. And whenever you think of me, think of this room, because this is most likely where I'm going to be.